Okay.
How long is this going for? You're controlling all that?
As long as we want to.
Okay, you control, I guess.
Yeah, control. And we're actually live right now. I can chop that out if you want,
No
but
way.
doesn't matter. All right, you guys ready?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Hey, everybody, welcome to another podcast from Journey More Often and Tipsy Tagalongs. And we're here with Brian and Gabrielle from Bohemia Manor Winery. Woo! Yeah. So we got to get public service announcement out front. We always tell people to drink responsibly. Whenever you're drinking, drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and do something stupid. You know what you should be doing when you're drinking, and that's just having fun, nothing else, okay?
That's true.
All right,
And
we
if
got to
you're
get that out
driving-
of the way.
That's good.
And if you're driving, you should be having our non-alcoholic wine.
Yeah. Oh, there is.
There you
Yeah,
go.
you
You
got
can have-
non-alcoholic wine here.
Absolutely
Okay.
go.
And by the way, you you just do that, right?
Yep.
So if you're the DD, non-alcoholic wine.
We
That's
got
for
you
sure.
covered. Yes.
All right, and we're at an operational winery, so you may pick up some noise in the background, but this is because it's an operational winery and they got stuff going on. All right, so the first thing that we want to focus on right now is we've got an event in like 5 days.
Yeah, speaking of being very, very, responsible and not being, out and outlandish, we got a really cool event of which you need some motor skills to make it work. So that's something that's exciting. But we're going to be trying to attempt to break a world record here at Bohemia Manor Farm. And it's something that hasn't been done in a little while, and it's never held in America before, so that's a really cool thing too.
Where was the previous record, or the soon-to-be previous record? Hopefully.
Hopefully, it's in Switzerland. Yeah.
Okay.
Switzerland was the last place that was able to do it.
Yeah.
But we're trying to be different than other wineries. Basically, the record is how many bottles of sparkling wine are sabered, where the actual tops of the bottles are cut off, right? Sabered simultaneously. So the previous record was 487 bottles sabered simultaneously.
Right.
We are attempting to break that this Saturday here at Bohemia Manor Farm, which is going to be awesome. I mean, it's going to put Maryland, America on the map. Sparkling wine, that's what we love. Like, we're like the sparkling wine people. So having something like that, even if it doesn't, look, we're super excited for us to break the record, right? But just the fact that this is like being attempted here is really exciting, and really awesome. And I think it's something that we have been working really hard to try and put America and Maryland on the map for. So
And here's the pitch, because I don't know, when I was growing up, I wanted to be part of a world record somewhere, right? So but I'm not like a physical guy. I'm not going to bench press like 5,000 pounds or something stupid.
Right.
I'm just a regular guy. So but anybody can do this, right?
you got to have two hands.
Anybody.
You got to have two hands. I mean, that's about it.
I don't know if somebody
Maybe
holds the
actually,
bottle
no,
for
you're
you.
right. You could do it with your teeth. I guess you could do it with whatever.
Yeah.
But the reality, like, even
That's how I
sabering is kind of a funny thing. Like, you don't need a big old saber. I mean, we got them because they're cool and they're exciting and really, really fun to use. But you could literally saber a bottle with a spoon, with a butter knife, with another glass. You can see videos of people actually saber it with the glass off of it.
And just to let you know,
yeah.
I've pre-sabered a bottle. I think it was July 4th I was here,
Yep.
right? I came in July 4th. I was with Maria,
Yep.
the marketing manager, right?
Yeah.
And it's actually not as difficult as you think it is. And while we were here, I convinced two other people who were here. They came up from Graysonville,
Yeah.
first time ever here, and they actually bought a bottle of wine and savored it while they were here.
It's
we got
pretty
them,
cool.
and if you go on Instagram or Facebook, you'll see it.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see them doing it, me doing it, Gabrielle doing it.
Yeah.
So and she was like, I was really nervous.
Yeah, and I think most people are, because it's glass. You're gonna be. It's something you feel like it's gonna be such a hard thing to do, and then
Yeah. And I will tell you, if you go and look at mine, it shoots out of the frame. It goes like 15 feet. We actually had a hard time finding it, which was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, you go from Am I gonna be successful to where to go?
Yep.
So
And you can have a couple tries. How long?
Well, yeah,
I
so
think
this-
we have like a 10 seconds.
Well,
for us to
we can
do
get into the
record.
record of like how it's going to be run and all that stuff
So-
in a
so
bit.
you
But
can-
that's it's funny. It says simultaneously.
yeah.
But they allot for 10 seconds. So we'll have like an air horn go like, and then you have 10 seconds. Everyone has 10 seconds to actually saber. So if you miss once, you can try again within 10 seconds and just try and get the sabering done. But the good part is it's pretty straightforward and simple to do it. So if you messed up once, you'll probably get it the second time. And so that 10-second window there, I have a strong feeling like we're not going to have that many people that don't do it. over
Right.
here.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
very small
I mean, I
amount.
can't imagine
Yeah.
because it
Yeah.
It really doesn't take a lot of strength.
No, nothing.
It's
Yep.
You're just moving
need to
the saber
follow
up the
through.
bottle.
Yep.
And that's pretty cool. So let's look at that saber because here's
Yeah.
the deal. If you think you've got something that's really, really sharp, you're not chopping your finger off with this saber.
No.
It's kind of dullish.
Yep.
Because it gives you more area
Exactly. And
to,
it needs
to
to
run
have
up
that
the
grip.
bottle.
This is super blunt, super dull, and that's better because the actual way it works is it's not like you're chopping the end of the bottle off. That's like a common misconception, you know. It's like, oh, I'm gonna chop this bottle like right at the end. No, we're not doing any of that.
That's in the movies, and I think that's Photoshop.
It doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't actually work, right? So what you do is you're using the point of the bottle, which is the weakest point on the bottle, where the seam connects to the lip of the bottle where the cork is.
Ooh, grab the bottle for a second.
Okay.
All right, we're not going to unwrap it.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
But here's what's cool. This is what I was taught by Maria. So Maria said, "Here's you've got the target line right
Yes.
there.
Mhm.
So you hold the blue like this, right? And then you grab it. I'm not going to do it.
Oh, it's
Grab
fine.
it.
No, you can
grab
take
that.
it.
I'm not going to saber it here in a minute.
Just say to the wall.
But you hold it. Yeah, I'm going to saber it right at Brian. Right? That would be,
I'll catch it in my
that would
teeth,
be
man.
awkward.
I got you. I got
Podcaster
some-
kills winery manager. So-
Well, if it
That's
helps
how you
spring
get
people
social
out,
media.
I will catch it in my teeth. All right, we're gonna attempt it.
All right, here
Yeah.
we go. We're gonna catch it in the teeth. No. So the blue is actually put on here specifically to have you. This is where you go up, and so you don't have to like search for the seam.
Yeah, there's
You could
that,
just-
and
you
we'll
could just-
also be
boom.
on the day of.
Yeah,
We're going to
the-
be marking that even more. So like it's going to be foolproof. You come in, you're going to see a big mark on the seam where to go. You're going to have a lot of people tell you what to do. I've got info sheets. We got videos of people how to do it and all that. So even if you come in blind on the day of, we'll have people there to explain what to do and how
Right.
to do it, and it's something that's a lot easier than people think, but you do have to have the basic knowledge, which is go up the seam, you're making contact with the lip of the bottle, and you're following through. And if
The
you
lip
do
is
that-
right around here. So
Yeah, if you do that, the actual pressure that's within the bottle itself
Breaks
is
the glass.
what helps. It helps to completely do a clean sever, right with a ring right around the cork. It actually just keeps a little ring on there. Very clean, clean sever of the bottle. It's not even cut; it's like severed. And then there's no little bits and particles of glass in the bottle too, because that all launches out with it. So it's like it's safe to drink afterwards, right?
Yeah.
It's definitely like a fun thing. And what's weird? This is like from Napoleon after he would like conquer places. They would be like, oh, we're gonna celebrate with a big
Palate.
sabering of the wine, right? Well, I think it's more American than French because, in my mind, because it's kind of like fireworks. It's like, oh, it's like we're celebrating. It's like fireworks, and it's like a big show. And I feel like that's such more of an American trait of being like loud and proud and big and bold. And I think sabering kind of
Right.
embodies that for sparkling wine often.
Yeah.
So we're having fireworks the same night as this event, just because it's we got fireworks from the bottles, we got fireworks from the skies. We're gonna have a big band going out there.
Like
Yeah.
DJ too, right?
DJ, it's gonna be
it's gonna
really
be a
fun.
big
Yeah,
party,
really
though.
fun
yeah,
party.
the DJs before and the bands after. right?
DJ's before, the band is going to play leading up to the sabering, and then during the intermission is when we're going to do the sabering.
Gotcha.
So the band will be playing for a little bit if you want to like come out and just have a fun time beforehand leading up to it.
Right.
Then we'll call everyone into the event area, and then we're going to attempt it during the intermission of the band playing. Yeah, and then they'll go back on, and then we'll have fireworks after.
So let's talk a little bit about that. Okay, can you?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. You got to get your tickets, right?
Yes.
You got to go online. You got to get tickets. I'm gonna give this back. And this is how dull it is. I was doing this earlier. It's pretty dull.
Yeah, very dull. Yeah. Very cool, though.
You got to get your tickets. Go online. Go on the Bohemia Manor Bohemia Manor Winery website. Yeah. Because there is a farm, there's a winery. They're both together, but they're separate on the website. They have links to each other, but they're separate.
Yeah,
So
one business is the production business. The other business is kind of the the fun, the restaurant and catering and all that side. So we're in the production world right now, which is where we like.
And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But so you go online, you go to by the way, just Google or DuckDuckGo or whatever you use, Saber the Moment Bohemia Manor Winery, and the page will come right up.
Sure.
And then you click, and it's an Eventbrite, I think, right?
It's
powered by Eventbrite to sign up for that. How much is that to do it?
Yeah, there's 2 ticket options, and we did this because it's funny. We had to pivot. 4th of July, we got rained out, unfortunately, and there was there were supposed to be fireworks on the property. We do it every year, and everyone really, really enjoys it. We actually launched the fireworks from inside the vineyard, so it's like, you're pretty close, actually. It's one of the most close experiences I've had with fireworks, but in a safe way, very safe. But I would say it's pretty cool experience, and we have a really good firework guy. So a lot of people were coming for that, and we were like, everyone was super bummed because it was like, oh man, we missed we couldn't do the fireworks. So they're trying to postpone to another date, and we got cleared for July 18th, which is our Saber the Moment event. We were like, oh my gosh, this is providentially perfect.
Yeah,
we're going to be doing
that is
everything.
Actually pretty sweet.
Oh
if
yeah,
you think about it. That's really sweet.
Yeah, and they're the coolest dang fireworks. So even if you're coming, you got a lot of fun. This is probably going to be one of the most fun days I've ever seen on the property. Ever. It all just kind of collided together. So going back to your point, what are the ticket prices? I went on to tell you right there. $20 will get you into the event. You can actually saber. You can do the fireworks with the band, only $20, super cheap. We did that because the firework ticket cost was $20 to get in on the fireworks day, and we're just honoring all those people that came in, and they're going to be having they can saber too. But you can get in and saber and do everything for $20, super easy. If you want to keep the saber, we have like a discounted ticket as well. It's $45. So there's either a $20 or a $45 one. It's cheaper to do the combo because if you saber and you're like, oh, I want to saber and keep it later with the $20, you'll pay a little bit more at the door for that. So, but the $45 is like the all-inclusive, and you get to keep a saber with it, which is kind of fun.
So the $45 gets you to keep the saber.
Oh yeah, and these things are awesome.
They are pretty cool.
Really cool showpiece. I mean, once you do it one time and you're like, oh, I know how to saber a sparkling bottle. Now you're like, I got a cool party trick up my sleeve.
Honestly, I think you could probably. It came out. Sorry
it's all
about
good.
that.
I'll get it back on.
Yeah. So I feel like you could take it to a knife sharpener and actually use it in the kitchen after you're done. I mean, it's a actual knife, right?
It is,
it's an actual knife.
Yeah, it's cool.
It'd be great for barbecue. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
I might do that for mine.
There you go. Yeah.
Barbecue.
It'll be a good, and if you don't sharpen it, it'll be a really good tester for like how nice your barbecue is and how easy it can just cut right through. Right, you have like a good brisket, and it's gonna be like the butter knife test. Except for your
the butter knife test.
Right?
That's a wide butter knife, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So let's talk about the wine now. Because these are the bottles, right?
Yeah.
These are the bottles that are going to get sabered.
Really
This,
cool.
The final project. This is it took us a little to get to where we are right now. So this is a fully printed bottle. So there's no labels, and there's the whole design and thought on it. As you can see, if you look in the map, there's going to be a little star. That's where you can find our property, and that's actually the bay.
Yeah.
The whole Chesapeake Bay, though.
What?
Yeah.
All right, so that's a map of the Chesapeake
Of the
Bay.
Chesapeake Bay. So it wraps around the bottle. It's kind of cool that it does that. We designed it that way.
And you did you are here.
Yeah, well,
kinda
there's
like
a little
that.
star right there where we are.
You are here.
And it's a combination about the the feeling, how proud we are to be part
Right,
of this
right.
area, the
Wait.
community.
Yeah.
So we just, that's what we want to really embrace. Like, we are Bohemia, we're Maryland.
Yeah.
And that's where everything that we do in regards to, the wine, the brand.
Our
And we need to talk about what are we doing with those bottles in regards.
Well, yeah,
the-
we'll get into
the
that
water.
for sure. I mean, that's like the really
Well,
big part of the
what's
thing.
in the bottle, for crying out loud?
Oh, okay, so it's
Right?
It's this
I mean, I want to know. How about you guys?
magical juice. No,
Yeah,
so
no.
it's,
Well, I feel like all wine is kind of magical.
It
It
is
is,
tasty though. So it's
But wine here is yeah, the sparklings here are pretty good.
So thank you. So it is sparkling wine infused with blueberries, and it's all natural. And we are actually into this minimal ingredients, clean labels. So if you look in the back, there's
Ooh.
literally nothing on it. It's just everything comes from the ground.
Right.
And local, too.
And that's the cool part, is that you're tasting, and that's why we really love the Chesapeake Bay too, because it does create a microclimate for our vineyard here, which affects the quality and really the taste and the terroir of the wine. So when you're trying wine from Bohemian Manor Farm, it's cool. You're literally trying an offshoot from the Chesapeake Bay, from the
Right,
the
right.
wind that comes out there, the actual earth, the climate, everything is very tailored towards a taste of Chesapeake Bay. We always say we taste some like saltiness in a lot of our wines, and that is often just because of of just the wind and proximity to the water there. And we've, if you have ever come to the property or ever boated in the Chesapeake Bay and seen the property from the water, you really, we've always felt a deep connection to the Chesapeake Bay. And
I mean, you can see it. It's right. It's
yeah.
wait. Let me think. Yeah, it's right out there, right?
Oh yeah, it's a grandeur,
beautiful.
the beautiful
Beautiful.
grandeur, and,
Yeah.
and like if you boat down the Bohemian River, the only thing you see for miles to get here is just the vineyard, and it's just a beautiful
yeah.
backdrop, and I love it. And I've absolutely fallen in love with Chesapeake Bay. So our whole thing is to show people, hey, this is the wine of the Chesapeake Bay. It tastes like the Chesapeake Bay. It's got the terroir of it. It's got everything. Everyone that we associate with, all the locals here, all the people here. Like I even use watermen to help me harvest the fruit. Like it is straight up.
Yeah.
It is made by the grit of the Chesapeake Bay, and we love that, and that's what we're going for all of our wines. But we're really celebrating that on the July 18th as well.
Okay.
We just got a partnership with the Chesapeake Bay Foundation, so every single
Right,
bottle
right.
that we produce from here on out will be donating back to the Chesapeake Bay. Every single bottle that we make.
So that's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, so yeah, when you saber, some of that.
Yep.
Some of that cost goes to right. And here's crazy. So just this past week, I had a chance to talk to the Chesapeake Heritage, Wildlife Heritage, right? And they were like, "Oh yeah, we did a little work on it a couple of years back, and it's so good to see that they're interested in possibly doing some more work." So so these guys are environmentally conscious. So when you're drinking the wine, you're drinking probably one of the most environmentally responsible vineyards.
Yes, yeah,
Wine that there is out there.
So that's
and that's not easy. I mean, it's hard. That's a hard feat.
right.
This is an evolution, actually, that this started almost 2.5 years ago, in which the whole team, like from the resort, from the winery too, twice a year we'll just go back to the bay and just put some time there and help clean up though. And,
Yeah.
the shore and all that. So that feeling, it's very much present, and we're still growing and pushing forward and to do more and more for the bay, the community, the area.
And it's not just the winery, it's the farm as well.
Yeah, everyone's very committed. I mean, we're in a spot where we're very locally, present. It was a landmark, and we love the bay, and we want to show how much we do appreciate and care for it. I mean, it's the only reason why we can do what we do, honestly, for having the vineyard and having the people and having the setup that we have is, and we're the cool part about Bohemian Manor Farm, we're also the oldest property in the state of Maryland, and the guy who was the original founder of Bohemian Manor Farm back in 1660, his name is Augustine Herman. He's the guy that was the first person to map the Chesapeake Bay. He made the first map.
Oh, yeah,
of the
Augustine
Chesapeake
Herman.
Bay. Yeah, Augustine Herman.
Yeah.
And in return for giving that to Lord Baltimore said, you can have any property you want on this map? What do you want? And he said this area,
Right.
Bohemian Manor Farm
Right.
area. And so our whole like founding is based off of mapping the Chesapeake Bay and somebody who really appreciated that. And we love that historical aspect. We love carrying that tradition, that legacy.
Right.
We want that to be, who we are forever, what we're remembered for. So I'm
That's pretty cool.
I'm dedicated to it. I love the Bay. We love it, and we are very much trying to clean up the Bay, make the Bay a great place for people to enjoy forever, but really enjoy it. Some people are like, I don't, just don't touch it. I'm like, well, that's definitely there's parts you don't touch, like because it's very important. But people should be allowed to enjoy the Bay and like
Right,
be here
right.
as well. And that's what we're trying to do at this resort. We're trying to give people a little area that people can come and enjoy and
Right.
appreciate the Bay. We're on there
And keep it pristine.
and keep it nice, but like
Yeah.
really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And if you don't let anyone go near it, it's like, well, there's an issue there. But at the same time, we're keeping it clean.
So
Yeah.
one of the activities actually that we offer to our guests is wine tours, in which you're able to come in and somebody will take care of you and walk you through the property, give you all the history behind, cool features. I mean, we still have Augustine Herman's house on the property.
His
the ruins.
his ruins, and then also his grave. He's like buried here. You can go see it.
Yeah.
It's kinda
Really
cool.
on
Yeah,
site.
yeah.
There's some really cool stories
Yeah.
about that. I'll let you gotta come on the tour because there's
gotta
a
come to
really
the
cool,
tour, yes. Yeah.
really cool stories behind Augustine Herman. And
Every
like,
good farm has a burial plot
Oh, yeah.
somewhere on
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yep.
Especially if it's older.
Oh yeah, very very cool. And he's got like something. He's got some cool history with him and his horse and escaping like maximum security prisons and weird stuff. It's wild.
Back in that day, yeah.
Back in that day.
Yeah. 1600s are pretty filled with a lot of interesting adventure, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
definitely.
So,
Yeah.
so let's. So Gabriel, you're the winemaker, right? So
Yes.
you make
That's
you
what I
make
claim, though,
the
but-
magic happen.
Well,
if
the
you will.
whole team. I think it's
Okay.
it's a
All right.
whole
So you're
effort.
giving credit to somebody else.
Absolutely, though. Look, my job is to bring into reality the ideas or thought about other people. That it says, you're seeing only two here, but there's
There's a lot of people.
really healthy and
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
group that is pushing into creating
Yeah.
what we're doing right
Yeah.
now.
When I was here on July 4th, there were a ton of people here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And-
this goes from vineyard to
Yeah.
sellers that they were making noise right now and just labeling.
we're nonstop
to-
going.
Again, it's operational people.
Yeah.
Everybody, directors,
Yeah.
Ashley, Chad, everybody here.
Yeah.
It's just
So-
it's a whole group.
And what I
but-
like about it, to be honest with you, is that we know each other. I'm a red wine
Yeah, we're
guy.
good friends.
I'm a red wine guy.
Oh yeah.
But I love the sparklings here. It's just insane. Because I normally don't gravitate towards the sparkling. Now, when it gets warm enough, it's hard to drink red wine when it's 95.
Right.
It's just hard.
Right.
I think I had like 3 different sparklings, and I enjoyed each one of them.
Well, wine. I love wine because wine has every wine has a point and purpose for someone's like life and experience and what they're doing and how they are. And it's sometimes people are like, oh, I really only prefer red, I really only prefer white, I really only prefer sparkling. I only have like one preference, right? And I'm like, well, if you tried that with this or you did it with that, people celebrate with sparkling wine all
Right.
the time. It's such a cool thing. And I love, I think I used to work at a golf course with a vineyard on it. I used to take care of the vineyard there, and we always made the joke that, every wine is like a different club in your bag. You got like your drivers are your big reds. Your
There's a
butters are
different
your
purpose,
whites,
right? Yeah.
There's a point, a purpose, a time for each thing. And and the more you start realizing that and like and tying that into different parts, the more you appreciate wine more. That's what I
Absolutely, yeah. Like last night, I had Cabernet Sauvignon with Bolognese.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah,
delicious.
exactly. Exactly. And there's a time and a purpose, right? And, I'm a strong believer. You've probably heard it before if you've listened to a bunch of the podcasts, but I'm a strong believer. A good wine is the one you like.
Yes. Yeah. That's
And the whole reason for wine tasting, which we're not doing because we're just not doing that today. It's during the week. We leave that for the weekends. But, it's one of those, wine tasting is one of those things to find out what you don't like and what you like. So it does both. So you can say, I'm not ready for that yet, whatever that is,
Right.
but I really love that one.
Right.
So, and that when I say gravitate, that's, kind of the thing that I,
Yeah.
so, if I'm just sitting at the end of the evening, a nice red in front of the fire is pretty cool. But, if you're out here on this gorgeous property and it's 80 plus degrees, then a sparkling is apropos.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Apropos. And I want to interject for a second because
Yeah.
we're talking a lot about terroir. People don't realize terroir is basically the land, and so but that's the wine term for land.
Yeah.
So you just got the inside scoop.
Yeah. Land and climate and how that all works
Yes.
together.
But what's interesting about it, I was talking to the guy from Chesapeake Wildlife Heritage. Ned Gerber is the guy. He's the director. And so Ned and I were talking about it. And this property actually is like absolutely perfect for wine growing, for grapes, and because when you look at it, it has to be well drained. And if you're on the Eastern Shore, people, anybody who lives on the Eastern Shore, anybody who's been to the Eastern Shore, worked in the Eastern Shore, knows that it's on the lower end of the peninsula. It's almost all clay.
Yep.
And this has some really cool sandy, rocky soil that it's just and actual land slope.
Right.
It's not flat.
Yeah.
So everybody thinks of, you're, blah, blah, blah. It's flat. It is. And this stuff, it's just absolutely perfect to grow grapes.
I mean, not only does it look good, you're going into the kind of beautiful look to it,
Yeah.
but there's a point and purpose for why it's grown and where things are planted and how things are done on the vineyard. There is a really nice microclimate here where you're looking for hot days and cool nights, right? And you're looking for gentle, like nice breeze, so you don't develop any problems in the fruit and diseases and stuff. So what this offers, being on the water, we have cool nights, we have really nice hot days, and we have a nice breeze that goes.
that breeze, the breeze.
Yeah.
It's never stopped.
There-
Yes.
yeah, I mean, there's one in that in San Francisco region, in the Bay region, and it's like almost all rocks. Like when I say rocks, I mean they're like 1-inch rocks, and there's this winery growing up. The guy planted it in the rocks, right?
Right.
And the wind comes from the Pacific Ocean through the mouth of across the bay or the bridge.
I'll call them, yeah.
Yeah, and then it comes and it whips into this property, and because of the rock, they're starving. So every drop of water is like, and that's one of the best ways to make good grapes is practically starve it.
You gotta
Now,
stress
you don't want to starve it all together, or the plant will die, obviously. But
Right.
but the roots, they were saying the roots were like 15 foot down.
Yeah, they can go like 30 feet.
Yeah,
can
I
go
mean,
real
they were
deep.
really
Yeah,
deep,
really deep.
and it was pretty cool to hear that. So this is kind of it's sort of similar in the fact that it's on the water, and and that's not always a good thing.
No, I mean, well, there's a lot of stuff with vineyards where you're looking at, you got like nematodes and weird other things that could like affect the grapevines, and they're more present in some areas. There's clay, like you said, that's impermeable and it's harder. You have to grow the right kind of rootstocks. A lot of weird things you're thinking about all the time. The nice part about what we have here is there is a bit of like a buffer barrier between all that clay that's up in front.
Yeah.
And then when you mentioned which having like different soil types as you go up the actual slope. It changes completely, and you have loam, you have different aggregate types of soil that it helps the vines be able to shoot their roots a lot deeper and tap into different nutrient sources lower into the earth, as well as ripening better when they're higher up because you get more sunlight. So you're looking at your reds planted up above and your whites being like going slowly slope down, and it's perfectly set up in that way, so that way everything's ripening correctly where it's located up on the slope as well.
And what this translates to is the quality of the grape as it ripens is phenomenal. That's what happens when you have good soil and good conditions.
Yeah.
The work that you do inside of the winery is just guiding it through, so you don't have to force it to become something that it's not.
Exactly.
So that's why we always say that we just let the vineyard talk here. Just clean fruit, just natural and good fermentation, let them finish, and then it's just aromatic. The city that Brian was mentioning is really, really spectacular here. It's almost like minerality, though.
Yeah.
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 And I've not seen that in other areas, only in this vineyard. There's a reason why those vines are planted on the prime real estate, though. It's just the best view is
Where the
vineyards
yeah,
are.
yeah.
And people don't even realize, like, a lot of people think grapes are grapes, and wine grapes are very different. I mean,
Oh yeah.
when you try
Oh, yeah.
that off the vine, way sweeter than anything you've ever tasted. You need a lot of sugar to get good alcohol as well. So you try table grape versus a wine grape, it's going to be like way different. Apples and oranges, totally different stuff.
And they're not as resilient either, though. I mean, grapes are meant to be processed for wine. They're like thinner skin. They're more susceptible to diseases and pests and a bunch of other stuff. That,
Birds.
Like,
Yes,
birds loves it here.
We
too.
got a bird net a lot, and everything. It's so weird. I always think, like, man, it's kind of crazy that we even have wine grapes like in the world, because everything's going after them. I mean, everything. And so we're out there fighting everything under the sun to get a beverage in a bottle. I mean, it's just like a mentality of insanity, but it's really fun once you get into the harvest mode and you start seeing it, get into the tanks. And then people also think like, I mean, Gabriel is a freaking genius. He's awesome. He's like amazing at making wine. But the wine cycle is a full year. I mean, it's not like there's no off time when the wine isn't being made, even though it's on the vine or in the tank or in the barrel or being aged or something. There's always some cycle to it.
There's something going on all year long.
All year round. There's something going around
Yeah.
for every single wine that's made. And so, every little piece of the puzzle all the way to the end matters when you're making wine. So you got to be kind of a little OCD, a little more like on things.
A lot.
And it's an everyday thing, because
is,
once
yeah.
they ripen, you got to pick them.
Oh yeah, you got to
Gotta pick them.
Got to get them same day. You got to
Yeah.
press them same day. You got to
Yeah.
keep them cool. You got there's so many things that are time sensitive and but it's a fun world to work in once you have a couple years under your belt. You know what's going on. You're like, oh man, this is wild, right?
Yeah.
It's really fun.
So how many acres of vineyard are there planted?
It's about 20 acres.
All right. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good sized
Yeah.
group. And what kind of grapes?
There's 7 kinds. We have Cab Sauv, Cab Franc, and Pinot Noir for the reds. For the whites, we have Sauvignon Blanc, Gruner Veltliner, Chardonnay, and Pinot Blanc. And those are all European varieties.
Yep,
A lot of French, German, but they're all really nicely, highly prized, grapes that require a lot of maintenance.
I was actually surprised to see the Groot liner on the menu.
Oh yeah. Gruner Veltliner.
Like pleasantly, I was like, and everybody thinks, okay, in I think it's grown in the Alsace region, right?
Yeah, I'll say it's grown. It's grown.
Everybody thinks Riesling.
Yeah,
in the Alsace region.
I mean, Austria, Germany. some parts
The
of
Alsace
France.
region is
Yeah.
actually one of those regions that the line between Germany and France moved for like literally back and forth hundreds of years.
Yep.
And
Yeah, you have the
so they
everything's like right on that line between Germany and France, and
Right there.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's where people sometimes have a misconception, like German wines can be phenomenal because they're like right there. They're actually they're like right in France.
they used to be French wines at one
Right.
point.
So you can find, some French wines can be really
Yeah.
pricey. You can find some really good German quality wines that are cheaper, that are on that line, that are amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Same terroir basically when you're looking right.
Yeah,
there.
that section of Europe is very similar to what you've got here. So, and that's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, I was pleasantly surprised to see that the Pinot Noir. You don't think about that, because if you go like 20 miles north, it can't grow it worth squat.
No, it's hard. It's really hard to grow Pinot Noir on the East Coast.
It's too humid. They practically rot on the vine kind of thing, and it's like, but here it is open, and you do have the breeze, so that definitely allows you to, and this is the crazy part about it. People, you don't realize it. You just we all crack open the bottle, right? We just, I just want good wine. But to realize the level of effort, like you were saying earlier, the level of effort is massive.
Yep.
Because you almost have to have a samurai guy out there fighting off all the, the invasive species, including birds. Birds love vineyards, I'm telling you.
Oh,
They
if you don't get
absolutely,
the bird netting up in time,
They
you
will
start seeing,
decimate it.
You'll see like them lining the trees. It's just like an army around. It's almost like a scene out of like Lord of the Rings. Like you're like a full army around you, and they're like coming after the grapes. And you're
Yeah.
like, get the bird netting on. And I mean, we've only had, we've never had necessarily that happen here yet. Thank goodness, we haven't had any bird problems. Like, but they are there. Like when they show up, there's a million birds here, and it's wild.
Because this is right in the flight path.
Oh yeah.
And this is a tasty meal on their way up or down.
Yes, yeah, they all
So
show up.
this is the flight path.
And they all show up on
Like the
one
like
day.
here,
Like it's
though.
so funny. There's like no birds, and then the next day you're like, there's 50 bajillion birds out in here. And,
Yeah.
it's pretty
Yeah,
wild.
so you got to make sure that that humans can enjoy the wine more than birds enjoy the grapes.
I mean,
So-
we do leave some secondaries
Yep.
for them.
yeah,
later, though.
yeah, that would make sense.
But
Yep.
Yeah.
My girls love it because they always try and make their nests in the vines, and so they'll come out and they'll look in the birds and stuff. But they it's a
Yeah,
beautiful
that's cute.
thing. Very
Yeah.
cute. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise it wouldn't be a winery, right? I mean, unless you got to harvest something.
you gotta harvest something.
You got to harvest something. All right, so you've got 6 different types. You got 3 reds, 7.
Seven.
Oh, I'm
types,
sorry.
yeah. All good. Yeah.
3 reds, 4 whites.
3 reds, 4 whites. Yep.
But that's
Okay.
not all, because Bohemia does make wine for other clients too.
Oh,
So
okay,
yeah, we
okay.
collaborate with other wineries. In total, we have like 15 other.
Oh.
So yeah, and, if it was just our vineyard, we should be receiving anywhere between 90 to 100 tons a year.
Yeah, yeah.
With other clients, we're almost that way.
So they send you their grapes.
Yeah,
Yes.
they work. They actually will like rent a part of the winery out from us. It's kind of a funny. It's a funny thing that how it works. It's like they'll rent a portion of the winery out. They might bring their fruit here. We will help them process it and all that stuff. And they in the turn they'll have their wine made here. And a lot of that is because we do have really good resources here that most wineries don't have. I mean, even just making sparkling wine takes a lot more equipment and a lot more time
Yes.
and a lot more things. So,
Yes.
we were very fortunate to have a very nicely equipped winery here to take care of all that stuff. So a lot of
Yeah.
we help
It's
a lot
big.
of people out. Yeah.
So when I first walked into the production room, I know about this much about wineries, but I did notice that there was a lot of equipment for what you guys do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this looks like they have like a lot of empty equipment for most of the time. Because, you have 20 acres. It's a lot of grapes, don't get me wrong.
Right.
It's a lot of grapes, but that's a lot of equipment down there.
Yeah.
Once you start seeing, if you can be a fly on the wall for harvest, you'll see the tanks
Yeah.
filling up
Yeah.
fast. I mean, we at a certain point are like, I'm like out there picking, we're out there picking the fruit. I'm bringing the bins back. Gabriel's like, how much more do we got? I'm like, I got this much. He's like, we're at the top. It's like we're.
Yeah, that's my freaking out moment. But
Yeah.
I mean, it just
Yeah.
we
No,
go
but
with
yeah,
it.
it's cool. It's cool to see, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
because when you see an operation that's locally owned and operated, if you will, it's a good size, which is pretty cool.
And off season, beginning February, March, that's when we start processing apples, and we
Off-season.
do our own
wait,
cider.
Wait, you do your wait.
Oh,
where do
yeah.
you
We have our own
this-
cider that's become really popular here too.
blueberry sparkling hard cider?
Yeah. Yep.
That actually got double gold medal.
Double gold
So
medal.
We're and again low alc, minimal ingredients too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And again, we have other clients too that we make stuff for them. We're actually we're doing a lot of stuff. We're doing non-alcoholic ciders.
Yeah, this is only 4%, by the way.
4%, about a little over 100 calories, and we really made these because of the hot days with the boaters in mind, and they, it's hard to have a bottle on a boat, right? You kind of want something in a can, single serve, and something really nice and light, refreshing.
Yeah.
So we made a cider in the same style we make wine, and it's like a wine style
I'm
cider.
gonna have to try this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna have to
it's
try this.
become
Yeah.
outrageously popular in this area. People really love it, and we love making it. It's really, really fun, and it basically
I like
takes
it.
our processing and our winemaking and extends out what we do a lot more in regards to the use of the tanks and fermentations and whatnot. So we're constantly making something, but that's part of the off season stuff that we're doing.
That's pretty cool.
It's really fun. Really.
So
really
yeah,
fun.
I mean, because it's quiet for like a couple of weeks.
I don't think it's ever quiet, but
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you finish bottling in like in like early mid-February, and the next thing you know, you're out there trimming.
yeah,
you know,
pruning
and-
in the
and-
vineyard.
You know,
And then in the
So-
cellar, though, there's more. There's like barreling. There's we're barreling. We're finishing. We're doing things. Even though there's wine that has been moved and put into a bottle, there's still more wine sitting that we're doing a lot more stylizing too. And that takes every day checking how it's moving along, topping barrels, making sure everything's going well. And then we're getting into ciders, and then we're getting into non-alcoholic production, sparkling. That's a whole nother extra step
Yeah.
that you have to do. So there's it's like people are like, oh, bottling, we're done. It's like, no, you got the rest of the year to be consistently working on the wines.
It's a good opportunity to tinker, right?
Oh man.
And then you find the next one,
Yep.
if you will, and it's great, and it almost requires a chemistry degree.
Almost, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty intense. You talk to somebody and you're like, what? Because you've got temperature, you've got consistency, you've got the content, and like you said, the sugar. So the sugar and the grapes ferment. You ferment the wine, and occasionally you have to add sugar in, and but it's one of those things where you've got all these different things where you've got to consider them all, and like you said, on a daily basis. If you're tinkering, you got to check it out on a daily basis.
You know all your levels. You know all your where everything's at. You're constantly taking like just little samples and trying to see where things are at all the time, right? And I think Gabriel is a master technician with that. Like he's always got a real good pulse on where everything's at all the time. And
he does
awesome.
seem to be on a finger on the pulse of
wine.
One of the things that I love the most is just research and development on products.
Yeah.
That's why we're always doing something new. It just every time I walk in, I'm like, how about if we do this? How about if we do that? It's just like, and I feel it's just like the connection with passion of the product that allow us to ultimately offer something new or always keep something vibrant to offer to our guests.
Right. So and here's the difference between Gabriel and a lot of other guys that winemakers or that work a team of winemakers, if you will. But you got to have a creative passion. Okay, you can create a good wine just by chemistry.
Yeah.
But if you want a great wine, you got to have that passion to tinker and to play with it and to go, I think if I do this, it's going to make it do that.
Right.
And it's going to really, and then that's when you get that, like that awesome, when somebody pops open the bottle and they take their first sip and they go, wow. Right? I mean, you can drink a bottle of wine and never have that wow moment.
Right.
But to be always seeking that wine moment, like blueberry sparkling.
Yeah.
It's kind of a fun thing. It's yes, it has a gimmicky flavor to it. No pun intended, I guess. But but on the other side of it, it actually does have a good flavor.
Yeah.
So it does taste good.
I mean, there's a lot of things that are flavored things, and then they taste too much like that thing, or they taste like they kind of pull you away.
Or they're overly.
Yeah, we're not, and like we like to keep things so naturally occurring like that in every way. I mean, people always have a misconception. You're like, oh, you're trying this wine, and you say, oh, you're going to taste like currants and jamminess or this or that, and they're like, well, did you put that in there? And we're like, no, that's how fermentation.
Right.
That's actually the natural causes of stuff. And so we're constantly tinkering with that, with some beauty of nature that happens naturally, right?
Yep.
And everything we do, we want it to have that naturally delicious, like balanced taste, mouthfeel, everything. And so when you try it, it's like a full expression of of harmony, right, inside of the bottle. Right?
Yeah, that's the wow moment.
Yeah, it's the wow moment. You found
It's
that
the wow
harmonious whoa, like that feels, smells, taste, sight, everything.
Yeah.
You have an experience that you're like, that's impressive, right?
Yeah. And that's the difference between a good wine and a great wine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
When wine makes that happen, and that's where it's like, where is it subjective or objective? I think there's definitely objectively good wines out there, but everyone will have. If you found that wow moment yourself subjectively, like that, you hurt your wow moment with the wine. It almost always is like that. You have that harmonious
Right.
feeling, and you're like, well, now I want to see what other wines are like that, or like how I
Right.
can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, you can blush anytime, but I've known Gabriel for, I don't know, over a decade.
Yeah.
And whenever he makes wine, it's good.
Thank you.
It's really good.
Well,
So,
a few times they have asked me like, what's your best wine? And I'm like, next year. So next year is gonna be even better. So you just need to look for. You need to have that.
that's a great tagline,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's your best wine? Next year's.
Next year's.
We only ever
I
get
like that. I
you only
like
ever
that.
get so many years actually to make wine. You only have so many chances.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Speaking
Yeah.
of which, how did the freeze, the early
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
yeah.
spring freeze?
We were kind of lucky on that.
We were
one, though.
very lucky.
Yeah,
I mean,
because I think you may have gotten some help from the Bay.
we did get a lot of help from the Bay. We have, unfortunately, we've had a lot of SOS calls from people and with vineyards, and they've lost almost all their fruit. And this year, from the frost damage that happened in April, we had, the breeze from the Bay really helps keep frost from forming.
Yeah.
We did have some. We had some frost damage out here, and you can take steps of like lighting fires in vineyards, and there's some things you can do, but
It's a lot of fire, though.
I mean, some people got helicopters flown in with fires coming up to keep things warm. It's a wild
There you
thing.
go.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about pests and whatnot, but
Oh yeah, now
the
you're
weather,
Mother Nature.
weather can do way more damage in
Right.
like
One night, one
just
day,
one night,
and
yeah.
you could lose
Crazy.
it all. And we were very fortunate. We were definitely one of the least affected places in this area.
I mean, we
Yeah.
lost on our
Yeah.
property. We lost 3 hardwood trees because of
yeah,
the-
for
because
this
of the
frost.
weather.
Yeah, and like,
Yeah.
It
I mean, it was
affected all the
a
farmers.
full on freeze. So, and I talked to some vineyard owners that lost like 75%
Yeah.
of their crop.
Yeah.
Well,
So they're going to be down.
they declared it an emergency
Yeah.
in this area. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a U.S. Department of Agriculture emergency.
It was insane.
And there's there's some things out there you can take that can help some farmers out during this time. Not much though. So it's a very unfortunate thing that happened, and we're very fortunate ourselves. But it's this year especially, if anyone's like was on the fence of like going to support wineries and vineyards, they really need it. I mean, they need to go through a whole
Right.
year of supply of their wine plus to get back to where they're
Just to
supposed
get there.
be.
Just to get there,
And at
yeah.
the moment, people are wine. A lot of people are not drinking as much wine or like going out to wineries, and this year is a very important time. People should be doing more of that, simply just because this freeze affected so much of these.
Yeah,
people's
go out and
livelihoods.
support your
Yeah.
local winery, especially Bohemia Manor Winery.
Yep.
Speaking of which, supporting, right? You have a members club. Is it a members club?
Yeah, yeah,
You call it? I mean,
it's-
I think a lot of wineries do that, but
Yep.
I mean, we're sitting in the members only room right now.
Yeah, we're
Soon to be open.
we're gonna be launching
Yeah.
this really
It's
cool.
it's pretty cool.
Lounge. Yeah, it's gonna have some different flooring and nice cool bar set up. But other than that, we're gonna have a really really happening spot up here. But the lounge or the club itself, yeah, a lot of people, most wineries do offer a club, a wine club. We call ours a legacy club, and that's because ours is not solely about wine. A lot of people's wine club, it's like just only wine. Like, we love our wine. It's just actually instead of just getting wine, you get access to like a much bigger benefits for the whole property, right? We're a resort, so you get a lot more stuff here. Plus the whole idea of us like being part of the Chesapeake Bay Foundation and having a legacy tied to the Bay. We're doing some work.
You're
in that.
supporting the Bay.
We're
if you're a
doing
member.
Yeah, we're doing some work with the members and supporting the Bay. We're having members like clean up the Bay, things like that. And then there's other properties they call them Viva May properties. We're on a Viva May property. And the fun part is the businesses on the Viva May properties have support the club as well. So they have reciprocal benefits there that you can use, like stays at some of the other resorts they have, and like
Okay.
things like that. So that's why it's bigger than a normal wine club. You actually get way more involvement. Yeah.
So there's some resort perks, I guess.
They have resort perks at
like
these other places.
discounts
yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's golf courses. They got hotels on a bunch of these. They got restaurants on a bunch of these, and they give them reciprocal perks at these other places too. There's 3 or 4 properties in Maryland, a couple in New Jersey. There's one in Colorado. I mean, they got a bunch of stuff.
Just from being a member.
Yeah, being a member, you get some perks and stuff for that, and all of the membership is you're just getting wine from Bohemian Manor Farm, right, and from us, and basically, yeah, that's your commitment level. I mean, it's just like a couple bottles every quarter, and you get a lot more than just wine.
So if you're already drinking wine and you want great wine, you just buy a couple of bottles a quarter, and you're part of this membership.
You're supporting the Chesapeake Bay. You're part of the membership, and we do a lot of fun stuff on the property for them as well. So we're always
like Saber the Moment.
like Saber the Moment. So, they get discount. They get half off to go to the Saber the Moment for all the club members. So that's kind of a cool thing.
Oh.
50. We usually give big perks to club members for all the events.
And if
we
you
run.
want to practice, I believe you get a discount on
the
sparklings.
Yeah.
Just come get one, and you get it for.
You get a ticket, and leading up to the event, so you got 1 week, right?
Yeah.
if you buy your tickets today to the
Just
Saber the
a
Moment
few
event,
days.
you get 50% off all sparkling wine here until the event. So we want you to come out and buy a bottle of wine for half off, so you can try and do the sabering. A little practice session, right? It never hurts. And then you can come out, and it's kind of like a sporting event. I mean, it's going to be like super exciting. Like everyone's like gearing up for the race, like for the start.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's a 10-second race,
excited.
man. It's
Yeah.
10 seconds. It's like a 10-second race.
It's a lot. I mean, 10 seconds is still quite a lot of time. For
It
them.
is, yeah.
So
Yeah, it didn't take long. I mean, if you hesitate, you're still doing it in 2.
Mm-hmm. Even if you miss the first, you just turn the bottle over and do it again.
You got it.
Cool.
You
Done.
got it. Yeah.
Yep. So we should break it if we get we're really hoping if we hit the 600 plus people mark, right? That leaves like a 10% error there, and we think that's fine. We think we're going to nail it if we do that for 487. So we got.
Yeah, I think you got a good shot at that, especially with the fireworks being delayed to people are going to want to come out and see the fireworks too, and
we need people to just not be afraid to try it, right? And try and attempt it. Like, don't be afraid about it. It's really easy.
This is if you think about it. My new favorite word is insane. It's kind of insane if you think about paying $20 to get in. And do all that. You get a DJ, you get bands, you get to keep the Saber.
The Saber stuff.
You get the Saber the wine.
Yep. And
and fireworks. I mean, for $20, people, and you're part of the world record.
And get this, Guinness World Records. They won't. This is something really cool, and I'm glad they said we're not allowed to waste any of the wine, at all. So at the end, when everyone sabers, you get to take the wine and walk out with a bottle of wine.
So it includes the bottle.
It includes the bottle of wine?
Yeah. We are not allowed to...
It needs to be consumed.
Okay, so here's the deal. Don't be thinking there's glass in there, because the pressure is so great.
Yeah.
The pressure is so great, it literally pushes everything out. And when I did it, it was a smooth end on. Even though it was broken, it was a smooth end. All you got to do is, I mean, if you feel like, get a piece of cheesecloth, bring it with you. Sure. Just, if you really feel, strongly about it. But I don't think you have to.
Yeah, you're not drinking out of the bottle. You're going to get cups at the end.
That's a good point, actually.
That's a good point.
That's a good point. Don't drink it out of the bottle.
We'll be giving you cups afterwards. and really, what's going to happen, right, is you're going to come up. Everyone's going to line up in our event spot. It's going to be beautiful. We'll have the backdrop with the water. But everyone's going to get a nice lineup in the event area. Horn goes off 10 seconds. Everyone attempts it, and then everyone stops. And then we're going to do a count. So everyone's going to come up. You have to hold it. It's staying still with the saber. Do the full count, right? And then everyone's going to leave. They'll drop your sabers off. You're going to pick them up in a different location. But you get to have the bottle, and we'll put some cups in your bottle, and you can go hang out with the band, and people can try the blueberry sparkling, which is kind of like an unveiling of our new bottle and our new sparkling and the new Chesapeake Bay Foundation total synergy. So this is a very momentous occasion in many ways, and it's going to be a big celebration, and that's what we're excited about. So when Guinness said, "Hey, you can't waste some wine," we're like, even better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're not, you know what I mean?
So
Yeah.
I want to focus just for a second on something you just said. You have to drop your saber off, and then you pick it back up again.
Yeah, well, you'll
And-
pick it back up with a certificate. That we'll have a certificate. You have a saber. We have these cool T-shirts too that say "Saber the Moment" on the back.
Memorabilia.
Yeah.
Bohemian Wine. So we have all this really cool stuff.
But you get it back.
Yeah, and
It-
you'll come visit the tank room and pick up your saber afterwards.
Yeah.
It's kind of more of a you don't want these things kind of floating around.
No. Listen, if there's
Yeah.
two 7-year-old boys somewhere in the,
Right.
they'll find those sabers
Right,
and they'll
there's-
go to town.
And you're gonna say,
And so,
we'll
you
have
know.
a little saber fight, even though they're blunt. It's not. We don't
No,
want that. We
no,
don't want any of that.
it's
We're trying
still
to
a
be
weapon,
Very,
you
we're
know,
trying
I
to be
mean-
very safe. You have alcohol.
Yeah.
It's like there's a lot of safety precautions. So dropping.
So
that
that's
off,
part of the
picking it
safety
up.
thing.
Yep.
You gotta give them that.
Yep, you got
know,
gloves.
Gotta give them that.
We got like oyster shucking gloves, so you're like anti-cut gloves, and you got glasses.
Wait,
and
no,
stuff.
all of that?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we got precautions. I mean, we are even though this is super safe. I mean, it's really easy. You can do it with a butter knife, you can do it with a spoon. It's not.
Yeah.
You did.
I did.
You
it,
know
I
how
did
simple it is.
It was easier than I
We're-
thought it would be, for
we
sure.
are taking all the precautions we can think of because obviously it's a lot of people. You know what I mean? So we're
Yeah.
people are signing the waivers. We're doing the gloves and the glasses, and it's just to make sure everyone can have a good time, be safe. We're collecting the sabers, but at the end, everyone gets to enjoy the wine too, so it'll be fun.
You know what I think?
Yeah.
I think people should do. And this is just me, and I'm just throwing this out here, but I think you should show up, get a picture of you sabering, right? Get a friend.
Yeah.
So you're going to have somebody, or just put it on a stand or whatever. Get picture of you sabering it, right? And then put that, tie the vineyard and the Guinness World Record, because it's going to be online.
Yep.
Tie that in the Guinness World Record to the salutation of your email for the next year,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
then everybody who gets an email from you knows you were part of that Guinness World Book of
And
Records.
if you haven't done anything for America's 250th anniversary, here's your shot.
Yeah. So it's the
Imagine putting
because
that on your page.
the fireworks were delayed from the 250th
Exactly.
anniversary,
And
and I
it's-
feel like people have birthday months or birthday weekends.
Right.
Why not a birthday year for 250? right?
250th, you got you're celebrating America,
Quadra-
break a world
something? Yeah,
record,
something.
and bring it to the United States. I mean, this is like it's kind of like an us versus Europe thing when it comes to sparkling wine. We're bringing it. to the
They
United
have
States.
been more well known for sparkling wine up until recently.
I know.
And now
Yeah.
America's going nuts on sparkling wine. now,
People like bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can't call it champagne, but it's similar, very similar.
Same stuff, but it's not. It's not. It's just a term, right? Champagne region, Champagne, France. But the sparkling wine world, and if you look at like the trends in consumption for wine, right? Sparkling wine's gone up, right?
Yeah,
And that's because
yeah.
people are used to bubbles. I mean, I remember when I was going to Europe like 10 years ago, and you get the bubble. You ask, oh, you want bubbles in the water, or do you want regular? And
Oh, yeah,
no
yeah.
one picked bubbles from America. Like everyone didn't want that. Now it's like, if it doesn't have bubbles, my kids don't even
Yeah.
drink it. They're like, where's the bubbles? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just like the change in perception of bubbles in a beverage is like massive, where everything's got bubbles in it. And, some people still don't like it, but I think it's a big trend that's growing tremendously here that is catching up to the Europeans' kind of taste buds.
Well, it's catching up fast. I can
Yeah.
tell you that, because you're seeing it in a lot of places now, and you guys have like a whole selection, like a whole tasting. Which, by the way, we're gonna have to come back and do an actual tasting.
Sure.
I mean,
Yes.
like I said, it's during the week. That's why we don't have wine here, because we're all working.
Yeah.
We'll have to come back, do a tasting, and we'll try some of the sparklings and talk about what makes them so good, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, in the meantime, you need to get online and get your ticket. Okay, get your ticket.
A once in a lifetime thing. I don't know if
Yeah,
you'll
you don't
ever
wanna
get
miss
this opportunity.
This
Something
gives you
like that.
bragging rights. It gives you wine. It gives you a sword, a saber.
Yeah.
Not a sword. It gives you a saber. Oh my God.
I mean, it's
Oh my
pretty.
God.
And then
It- yeah.
It's got all the elements of being very like American celebration. Big, proud, loud, exciting moment that you can say, "Oh, I was there," and and it was fun. Even if we, for some reason, don't break the record, which I'm really going all out to make sure we've gone all out.
I think
sure
it's going to
work.
happen, to be honest
But
with you.
even if
Yeah.
we did not, for whatever point and purpose, right? It's going to be a fantastic day.
It's gonna be
don't-
fun.
I don't think you're
Yeah.
going to regret it ever from showing up.
Oh,
It'll be really fun. Yeah.
And I forgot to plug myself. We're going to be there live on social media. We're going to be live on social media, podcasting the event as it occurs.
Yeah. It's
Are you
gonna
gonna
be great.
saber one?
Well,
Well, you can be like,
I mean, I feel
I'll
like
be
I
back in
have
10
to.
seconds.
Yeah.
If
within
you're the
10
break, if
seconds.
we lose by 1 and you didn't saber, I mean, we're gonna have a problem here.
I know Diane, she wants to
You
saber.
already know how to do it.
Yeah, I already know how to do it. Yeah, it is really
it's
that
not
easy.
difficult.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's, if I'm going to be podcasting,
No, you
right?
should.
Do it.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
I don't know how that's going to work exactly yet, camera-wise, but
Besides, you
yeah.
cannot brag if you
Because
haven't done it.
what I don't want is it getting this.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's going to have to like go that way or
You
something.
just gotta practice more.
yeah, you just leave the camera, right? And we can see
Yeah.
you like running, saber, and then running all the way back. And actually, on the way back, you can play like Monty Python's thing,
Oh,
like
yeah,
this
yeah.
guy's coming, he's never get to the.
Chariots
Yeah.
of Fire. Like,
Yeah.
All of
They have, there's all sorts of soundtracks you could throw to me doing that, yeah. But yeah, of course. I mean, we got to show. It's going to be live, so you're going to be able to see it live. But don't watch it
Just
until after you get back home from sabering, because you never know. You might be on that video live.
Oh, yeah.
So you can't get on the video live if you're watching us.
But just come, just be a part of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
And we're going to have, the Chesapeake Bay Foundation's there. We have a lot of really good things happening that day, and we're
If you're a foodie, we're gonna have great food too.
we'll
Oh
have
yeah,
great
you
food
guys have
there.
food trucks.
So,
We
Food
got
trucks there.
A lot of food.
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
coming
So you're
in.
not going to starve. You're going to have good
Yep.
food to put.
And we have a full restaurant here, but they'll be doing the big thing for that outside. which will be
The
fun.
restaurant is a different entity from the food truck thing, right? So,
Yeah.
it's going to be it'd be too difficult to have that many people rolling through.
Yeah,
the
They're
restaurant.
going to do like a different scaled thing
Yeah,
over there. It'll be fun.
yeah.
But yeah, nice food spots. If you just want to come out and have fun with that, there's that. But yeah, full day. And we're really hoping the weather is going to be good. But either way, we're going to make it happen.
So far, it's not supposed to rain until like 11 or something like that.
Good.
So
good.
you
Yeah,
know,
we felt so bad with the fireworks show 4th of July. We're like,
Yeah.
we're really hoping this is going to be.
Well, that was a bit of a
weather-
storm. I mean, we deliberately came and left before the storm on purpose because, first of all, this is going to be a bit for us because we're not crowd people. We're not. But I'll have my own space. Hopefully,
Yeah, yeah,
I'll have
yeah.
my own space.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
So-
can put your cones around.
Yeah, I'll put the cones. Yeah. You pick one up and show everybody.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are things that you don't see. We have cones so that people don't trip on the wires
This is
and whatnot.
super official.
Yeah. It does actually help. I mean, it does draw attention to the
You
wires.
could deter a
so-
million.
The other thing is the
habits with that.
property is so big. I mean,
It is massive.
It doesn't feel cluttered at any time. There's plenty of room to move around. There's
Yeah.
different locations too. If you do not, if you do prefer your own section, you have the cabanas. You can
Right.
just come,
Is there-
rent-
Yeah.
rent a
So
cabana
I
and have a
don't
nice
think it.
luxury-
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm still toying around with it because it would be if we do. It'd be nice if we did a little intro to it, even while the DJ's going or something like that. We could be, on social media leading up to the actual moment, give people a little bit of time to get online. If
Sure.
the people that, say they live in California or
Yeah.
France or something like that, it's a little late in France.
Yeah.
But they'd be tuning in because we're about to break the records in Switzerland.
Yeah, but they'll be like,
Ooh,
oh, no.
yeah.
So,
So
you know,
those of you in France,
Switzerland.
Wow.
more,
Oh,
but
Switzerland,
That's
yeah,
where the
yeah,
record's
yeah.
at. But I mean,
They're
you
gonna
know,
lose again.
the French
Yeah.
people, when it comes to sparkling wine, they're always keeping an eye.
although I was talking to Gabrielle, and we can't go too far into this because we're probably about wrapping up. But my ancestors are from Switzerland, so
Oh, cool.
yeah,
That's great.
from the 1500s.
Yeah,
Nice.
400 years ago.
Huh?
500.
500 years ago.
500
Yeah.
years ago, yeah.
From the
1500.
From the yeah. So it's like 500 years. I'm like, okay, that's happened. But it's a good thing. We're going to see people from all over the world checking this out. We'll be live. look at it. My name's Gary Moore. You'll check out, probably do it from my Facebook, social media thing. And then we'll repost it on Journey More Often, and then we'll repost it on YouTube at Journey More Often. So check us out. And are you guys, are we good? Or is there anything else you want to?
Yeah, absolutely. We're inviting you all just to come so we can all celebrate, have fun, celebrate with Bohemia. We're going to break the world record, and it's going to be a beautiful day. So
and we need your help. We need your help.
It's got to be you. It's got to be you.
You watching. I'm looking at you. You got to come. All right. Thank you.
Awesome. You guys good?
Yes, we're good. Yep.
Hey, everybody, thanks for joining us for this podcast. We're here at the Bohemia Manor Winery and in the Members Club Lounge. And we've had a lot of fun, but don't forget, you got to come out to Saber the Moment this coming Saturday because you want to be part of that world record and you want to brag about it. You got bragging rights once you're done. All right? You participated in a world record. So until then, enjoy life. Journey More Often. Thank you guys for joining me, Brian and Gabrielle. Have a great day. All right.
That was great.
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Gary.
That was really fun. Really, really, really good.